Today we are making Cowboy Casserole. Super simple yet really filling, quick and easy. What you want to do is start by browning your hamburger. Always drain the grease. One of the tools I use in my kitchen more than anything is going to be my air fryer. So in the air fryer I have made tater tots. I've already cooked them up. So you see how crispy and nice they get in the air fryer? I'm telling you, it's one of the best investments I've ever made. Take those and you're going to dump them into your 9x13 pan, whatever kind. It can be glass, it can be metal, whatever you have is okay. So we've got our tater tots already cooked, our meat is browned. What else we're going to put in here is gravy. I just buy the packaged brown gravy, and you can buy the jar kind. You can make it from scratch if you have that kind of time and want to put that much effort into it. But I don't. I just want to use the package. Let's see here. So we need 1 cup of water. So I'm going to use 3 packets. My family really likes gravy, so they always complain when there's not enough. So we're just going to get that started. I'm going to use 3 cups of water. Going here. So you're going to put your packet in, whisk it up, and then you can let it sit for a minute until it gets thick. Back to my air fryer. That's actually the second one I've had to buy. I use it so much, the first one burnt out. Just got that one maybe a month or 2 ago, but like I said, I use it for absolutely everything. I even keep one in our camper, so they are a godsend. I don't know what I've done without it for so long. But I've had it. I had the first one for, gosh, probably almost 2 years. So we've got 3 packets. Like I said, this is just McCormick. You can buy the Walmart brand or Kroger brand, or they actually sell gravy in jars. That's usually what I use for Thanksgiving. That's pretty good. But we're just gonna dump those in. 3 cups of water. We got it on a high heat. We're just gonna give it a little whisk here. You can use whatever kind of vegetables you want for this, but today I am using green beans and corn, mostly just because that's what my family prefers the most. So I'm going to take canned corn, canned green beans. You can use as many or as few as you'd like. I'm just going to get these open here. You do want to make sure you strain these. You don't want to use the juice. I'm going to just dump these in a strainer here. And these are just cut green beans. And then I'm also going to use a can of corn. Again, brands don't matter. If you're using cans, you're using cans. If I had the ability to use fresh all the time, I would, but it's just not in my budget or in my time range. So. Alright, so I'm just going to clean up a little bit here. Make sure it's going to start thickening up here soon. Alright, so we've got our corn and green beans strained. Just going to put that right here in the pan with the hamburger meat. Again, you could totally use frozen vegetables as well, and you could use carrots or peas, but everyone in my family is very particular. If my son likes it, my husband doesn't like it. If my husband likes it, my son doesn't like it. So corn and green beans are usually the staples around here, and carrots. So we're just going to stir this until it gets nice and thick. We're going to dump it right over our hamburger mixture here, and then we'll be good to go. This is another meal that takes less than 30 minutes. You can walk away from your tater tots, let them cook. I like them really crispy. Plus, once you put the gravy mixture on top of it, kind of moisten them up a little bit. So I like to get them a little extra well done. But we are going to finish it off in the oven. So. on there. You don't want to walk too far away from this or leave it set because it will start to congeal on you. You want to make sure you continually whisk it. Alright, that's pretty good now. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this right over top of our meat and vegetable mixture. It's going to look a little soupy, that's okay. Like I said, we really like gravy in my house. Once it soaks up all the meat, vegetables, and then the potatoes, it'll really become nice. And it'll still thicken once it goes in the oven a little bit also. Just going to give that a little stir. Get it all mixed in, incorporated. Alright. So now we've got our tater tots here. Just spread those out across the pan. Take your gravy and beef mixture, and we're just going to dump it right on top. Nothing fancy, just pour it in. Gonna spread this out. Get it to all the sides. And then last but not least, you gotta have cheese if you're calling it a casserole. Just gonna sprinkle it. This is just cheddar jack. You could probably use anything you like, but this is kind of what I always have on hand. Just enough to cover the top a little bit. You don't want to load it on there because you want to be able to taste all the other flavors. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it around. I've got the oven set at 425. All I'm doing is trying to melt the cheese and warm everything up. So the meat's already warm, the tater tots are already warm, but the vegetables are cold. So we're just gonna melt the cheese and warm up the vegetables. The gravy will talk too, so it's not gonna take long. I'm gonna throw it in the oven here. I don't even time it, I just kind of watch the cheese to melt. Got that in there. So while that's cooking, I'm actually going to make some dessert today. I have a really big sweet tooth. This recipe is from my very best friend, Kim. She taught me this, and it's super simple and probably one of the best chocolate pies I've ever had. So right now I'm just going to grab a bowl. What I have here is a graham crust. We're going to open this guy up here. I bought this at Walmart. You can buy it at Kroger pre-made. You want to get fancy and make it yourself, go for it. But I like fast and simple, yet still delicious. And super affordable. I think it was less than $2 for it. This piece right here, you always want to save. That's your cover for the pan. So we're just going to take this guy off here. You don't have to cook the crust, nothing. You just open it up. Now, the secret behind this chocolate pie that I learned the hard way, actually, you want to make sure you're using instant chocolate pudding, not the heat and serve. Instant. There is instructions for chocolate pie on the bottom of it, so make sure you follow that one and not the pudding instructions. It's literally one package of instant chocolate pudding mix. 1 3/4 cups of 2% milk. Cold 2% milk. There's 1 cup. And 3/4. just whisk it. Doesn't really take a lot of effort or time. That's gonna be my whisk here. Alright. I'm gonna turn my light on in my oven just so I can see the cheese. It's already pretty nice and melted there, so we're making good time. So again, you just take it is going to be very thin. You take your whisk and mix around your chocolate pudding mix. Again, it will be very thin. That's okay. That's what it's supposed to look like. It will set. Make sure you get around all the edges. Make sure you get all the powder off the bottom. The more you mix, the thicker it's going to get. Hi, Emma. All right, I'm just going to grab a spatula. Pour this right into our pie crust. You need to let this set for 1 hour in the refrigerator, and you're ready to serve. See how this fits right nicely on top of it, so you want to make sure you save that. It's actually the lid. This will keep it from anything touching it and the skin, the layer of skin. It won't happen when you put this on there. Also, if you stay away from the heat, the cook and serve pudding, it will also keep that skin away. This is just going to stay nice and fresh the whole time. All right, so we've got our chocolate pie going in the fridge for 1 hour. It'll be ready for dessert later tonight. All right, let's check on our casserole. We are all done. Cheese is nice and melted. All your vegetables are incorporated. Everything's gonna be warm. Just gonna take a spoon so you can see what the final product looks like. Got all of the components of a nice meal in one dish. And there you have it, Cowboy Casserole. Be sure to like us and follow us on Facebook. If you have any questions or requests for certain recipes, let me know. See you next time.